In this video, we are going to be talking about the Mutated Jungle beta, the S5 that just came out. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, and also follow us on Instagram so you always have the support that you need to really enhance your account and get yourself to the next level. Also, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases by getting some amazing cashbacks each time you purchase anything. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. We are going to be talking about the Mutated Jungle that came out recently. I know a lot of you were thinking it's going to be an alien dimension or we're going to be in some sort of the moon or something. Honestly, I thought the same thing, but guess what? It is still the jungle. It just has a few differences compared to what we're used to, and that's what we're going to check out in this video. Now, do keep in mind I may not have all the answers because I've never actually been to the Mutated Jungle. It's new for me too, but we're going to go over it and we're going to try to figure out what those differences are. Firstly, you can see it says here you are going to form a camp with other alliances and compete with an enemy camp with similar strength. You're going to have the same camp specialty and the same number of alliances, and the camp that gains more wonder points is going to be the winner. So that's a little different than what you're used to in the jungle. Usually the red camp has few alliances, right? Because they have the nice land of clash to occupy. They have a few extra buffs. They actually use less stamina as well and have a bunch of other advantages, while this time the red camp and the blue camp both have the same number of alliances. And when I think they're talking about the camp specialty, they mean that there's no special buffs, right? So it's not like the red camp is using 4 stamina instead of 5. Both camps are probably using 5 stamina per hit. Let's take a look at this. So this is a different sort of event. Now, before we go to that, I want to show you this. There's Fruitful Land. There are 2 fruitful lands here, right? There's these strawberries. It doesn't have the color yet, but I think the color, one is going to be red, one is going to be blue, and that's going to be the one that gets that campsite in these particular lands, and they can start building towers from it. And you can see due to a change in the mutation, strange plants cover the wonders and the residences of the area. Occupy the fortresses to earn fruitful points. When the plum fruit event ends, the rewards will be calculated based on the fruitful points earned by each camp. Now you should notice one thing here. This is an event that happens within the Mutated Jungle. The outcome of this doesn't determine victory or defeat of the jungle itself. Rather, this gives you the ability to get certain extra rewards, so you could potentially win in the fruitful event while still losing the island. Right, so let's get into that. View details. You can see there's this red camp, blue camp. They're both fighting for these strawberries, and these strawberries can be gained once you get certain residences or the wonders within these 2 zones, right? Not just wonders, but also residences. Each of them have different amount of fruits. Obviously, the wonder has much more, 50, while the residences all have 10. Now, there are 2 zones, so 2 wonders. And the way it works is that, there's going to be the specific time when this fruitful event starts. You can actually get a campsite in that fruitful land. You're probably going to get in one of them instead of both, right? The enemy is probably going to get the campsite on the other side. Then you start occupying these wonders and residences in this land to get fruitful points. When the event ends, based on the number of fruitful points you've gotten, you're going to either receive victory or defeat rewards. Now keep in mind that if both you and the enemy got the same number of fruitful points, essentially meaning you took your full clash, the enemy took their full clash, and both ended up with the same number of points, nobody gets the winning rewards. Okay? Now these rewards are going to be added to your final rewards, so it's not like you get them in the middle of the island. You get them at the end, and if you decide to quit, you won't get the rewards anyway. So what are the rewards? Well, if you have more fruitful points, you get 10 of your particular season eggs. If you win the full island, those are going to be dominated eggs. If you lose the island, you're going to get explored eggs. Now, if both teams have the same number of points, neither of them get these 10 eggs, right? Now, based on the number of points you've gotten, you'll also get some of these rewards. So if you got more than 130, you're going to get 50 of these big mutation chests, and then the other stuff that you can see here. If you got between 120 and 130, you get these. If you have 100 to 120, this, 90 to 99, this, and then 0 to 89, you still get 10 of these large mutation chests, 50 small ones, and a bunch of other stuff. So the rewards that you can look at the bottom, these are the ones based on the points you get, and the 10 dominated or explored eggs is based on you having more points than the enemy. If you both have the same, nobody gets it, so you might as well perhaps invade the enemy clash, try to get your chance in reducing their number of fruitful points, getting some extra for yourself, and getting those extra eggs, because otherwise nobody's going to get them. So this is one of the events, and this is one of the differences that you have, which you're probably not used to. Other than that, the victory is determined by the wonder points, and you can see this is fairly similar to what you're used to, right? You get those eggs based on the number of champion points that you have, and based on where you stand in the champion points, you get more eggs. The eggs, of course, do change based on your victory or defeat. Victory gets you dominated eggs, defeat gets you explored eggs. Now, explored eggs doesn't have the premium ants, right? However, dominated has the chance of getting you some of those premium S5 ants. Essentially the giant jaw, indigo velvet, and the golden chaser. Now, do keep in mind, do have videos on each of the Season 5 ants and the new metas for each of the classes. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be posting this first or those first, but you know what? Whichever order I posted them, the Season ants videos are going to come out very close to this video, either before or after. So if it's not already posted, it will be posted quite close to this time frame, assuming everything goes according to plan. Now, there are 3 different stages, and that's also normal. So each of the stage, you're going to record the champion points you've gotten in that particular stage, and you would have secured yourself certain rewards, and those rewards are going to change if you win or you lose. So that's pretty straightforward, similar to what we used to. Going into the season details, a lot of the stuff here is very similar in my opinion, and we've talked about a bunch of stuff. There's a similar number of lives in each camp. Your victory is decided by the number of wonder points that you get, right? So if you have more wonder points, you win. It's not determined just by having the tree. So that's something that you do need to keep note of. And the rest of the stuff fairly similar. Fortresses, you can see the tree, wonder, similar stuff here. Then tunnel and ferry, just like the vast jungle, they do actually break. So you don't occupy them, you destroy them. Right, so you can actually have a tower territory going across to the other side. So if you are placing a tower, place it as close to the tunnel as possible, because when the tunnel breaks, your tower is going to cross to the other side. This stuff is actually pretty similar as well. Just like in the vast jungle, sooner or later you're going to have certain campsites for the blue camp or the red camp. Right, so you're going to have some of the locations will be given to the blue camp, so you can occupy that area. Some of them are going to be given to the red camp, so you'll have the ability to get a few more initial areas that probably were unassigned before and get yourself a few extra buffs. And this stuff also pretty similar. Do keep note that it says that the powerful wild creatures will appear during the season. Get prepared. You'll obtain rich rewards defeating it. I saw somewhere, I don't know where, but they mentioned that you can rally wild creatures, so that seems interesting. They haven't really mentioned it here. I don't know if it's even gonna happen, but that'll be an interesting thing, right? Rallying a level 25 hornet or something. Then there's another thing, crested lizard, so you can rally that and get amazing rewards. I don't know what the crested lizard is gonna look like or what rewards it gives, but I haven't seen a crested lizard before, so that's new. Now, one more thing, I'm actually not 100% sure about this, but I do know that the blue camp is going to have the initial areas, while the red camp is going to have the clash areas as the initial areas. That being said, the fact is that clash areas always have higher level buildings and therefore higher buffs
as opposed to initial areas. So that's an interesting thing to me because now they have similar number of alliances in the red and the blue camp, and they've sort of like balanced out all the other stuff as well. I'm curious to see how they've balanced out the fact that the red camp is going to end up having a lot more buffs than the blue camp because they have a lot of high level buildings so close to each other as opposed to the blue camp where they're like low level buildings spread out. The red camp is probably going to end up getting way more buffs than the blue camp, just like they did in the jungle, just that now the red camp has more alliances as well, right? They have the same number of alliances as opposed to what it was in the vast jungle where they had fewer. So that seems to me like an advantage to the red camp. Now, are they going to make stronger teams in the blue camp as opposed to the red camp to balance this off? I'm not really sure. So that's something that we still need to figure out. I am curious to find out. Okay, so we've covered most of the things. Now let's see, are there any changes to the special ants that they're giving? Well, these ants are not that interesting anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. The skin is still the same if you win. It's the Wheel of Fortune. They didn't actually change that. There's that exclusive Jungle Glimmer avatar that you probably are going to get for participating in the first ever Mutated Jungle, and the rest of the stuff seems to remain the same. Yeah, so overall, I don't see a major change in the way this Mutated Jungle works, other than the fact that they've sort of made it a little bit more balanced to the point where you have the same number of allies and enemies. They've added that Fruitful event where you can actually get some extra rewards. There's a Season 5 ants, of course, which everyone wants, but you can get them in other islands as well. And I don't know if they found a way to balance out the fact that the red camp is going to have more buffs, because to me, that seems to be something that's a big question mark, and I guess we'll see how that works out when the island comes. They haven't actually given us the ability to look at the map yet. I mean, you can see that I'm recording this while the registration period is going on, although because I still have to edit this and I have a busy few weeks ahead of me, you're probably going to be seeing this maybe close to the time when the competition is about to start, but right now they're not even showing us what the map looks like, so I cannot go through that either. But I am very grateful for you watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, I want you to know you can save a lot of money in the Ants Underground Kingdom using Aptoide with my promo code. Check out the video that's linked to the description of this video, or click the button that's going to appear at the top of the screen that'll take you to that video. It's going to guide you how you can save a lot of money when you make the purchases, but keep in mind you can only use my promo code 5 times every 30 days. So use it on the highest value purchases to get the best bang for your buck. The promo code is going to be in the title of the video that you're going to be watching, hopefully. And another thing to keep in mind is that if you are prompted to add a promo code at checkout as well as, of course, having it in the AppCoins wallet, make sure you add in the checkout as well, just because Aptoide is verifying if you want to use the promo code for this particular purchase or not. But if you don't see anywhere to add the promo code, having it in the AppCoins wallet should be just fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.